Greetings, friends. It's me, Wayman, and welcome to Religion Think. And this is going to be a series on homosexuality and the Bible, a secular view. One of my subscribers mentioned maybe that I should do a series, and I would like to be upfront. Maybe these videos will get flagged because this is not an overly popular topic, and some of the views expressed might not go along with the evangelical fundamentalist views or extremist views of other belief systems, so I expect some retaliation. But I have faith in the YouTube community. I know some atheists have gotten flagged on their videos, so I'm just going to be upfront, and I expect it. And I expect people to act like people. But I also have faith in my viewers and in my subscribers and in my colleagues here on YouTube to help me out if help is needed. But what I would like to do is clear up some of the misunderstandings, or try to. As an agnostic, I could care less about theological belief systems and what they think, and I think that a lot of times Christians and other belief systems that are homophobic and have laws against homosexuality misinterpret the Jewish context. So we're going to look at some of those. This is an intro video. One of the big ones is Leviticus 18:22. And this text, read in Hebrew, Va'et Zakar Lo Tishkav Mishkave Isha Tov Ava Hev. So Tov Ava is an abomination. Basically, if a man sleeps with a man as a woman, it's an abomination. Here, the word abomination, let's see where it shows up. It shows up mostly in Assyric, pre-Assyric, around the exile, pre-Assyric, Exilic, and post-Exilic literature. Here you have Leviticus. Some believe these parts of Leviticus 18:20 and these laws, especially Deuteronomy, around the time of Josiah. A lot of these edits by the according to the documentary Hypothesis, the P text. Here you see loads and loads. Jeremiah, many times in Ezekiel here, and parts of Genesis that were edited later by the priestly Exodus. So most of these are in around the exile, either a few years before the exile, during the exile, or post-exilic. So what is it? So here, in the Jewish Study Bible, a lot of times these texts were in retaliation to surrounding cultures, and I believe that these laws were created as anti-assimilation texts, because using this word right here already in Leviticus 18:26 and 27, it tells us, "You must keep my decrees and laws, natives and foreigners both. You must not do any of these abhorrent things. The people who lived in this land before you arrived and did all these things and polluted the land." Leviticus 20 talks about worship of Moloch. So there was a big worry by the priestly caste that the culture would be assimilated into other cultures and be lost. So here you have rulings of food, and this is what's interesting. Torah was meant for the Jews in Israel and those who chose to follow it that were Jewish. The Goyim, or the nations, this was not to them. So these laws would not apply to those outside of Judaism. Christians sometimes use these verses in homophobic sermons. However, they say, well, it's an abomination, but eating a cheeseburger on Yom Kippur is also an abomination, but nobody hollers about that. And, having pork on Easter, the Christian holiday, would be abomination to the Jewish nation, or people, or Torah, or the divine. But Christians overlook that. So why hold one over the other? So if you are non-Jewish, or you do not follow Torah, this would not apply to you. Personally, I believe that homosexuals should have the same rights as anybody else, and they should not be discriminated against. So, as we go through this, this is the intro video, part 1. We'll look at some texts where these ideas originated from. We'll look at some rulings against homosexuality. We'll discuss it, especially important texts, the text of Sodom in Genesis 19, and also in Judges 19, because that would apply. I believe Judges 19 was written before Genesis, and some of those stories were applied to the Sodom account. If you read those two in both those chapters, you'll see the similarities, how the people react, and also in Genesis 19, rather, we'll look at the misunderstanding between Lot and the people of the city, and how that happened. So, hope you hang in there, and this will be an interesting topic. As I said before, I expect some retaliation, because this is not based on a theological view, mainly a secular view of ancient Near Eastern literature. How did the views come about, and where in the biblical text? Why were they written? Who were they written by? And what were they written for? And questions can be raised. Why would some extremist groups hold one abomination higher than the rest is beyond me, and I believe they themselves need to ask that question. I look forward to doing these videos, and hopefully you do too. Take care, friends, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.